Welcome to the breakout session to meet the entrepreneurs of CAMCA, and I am honored today to introduce our rising stars and the stars of CAMCA entrepreneurs. So I hope that you had a chance today for networking, to catch up. Did you do? Or you didn't? If you didn't, still you have time, so we have half day and we have reception, so I hope that you will catch up, you will talk, you will discuss, and today I have a chance to introduce you with our fellows, business people, entrepreneurs from CAMCA region. And my first speaker, my favorite one, Khulan, Davaadorj from Mongolia. She is a founder and of multi-award winning organic skincare brand Lhamour. And I want you to raise a hand. Did you have a chance to buy her products?
Yes.
And how many of you? Okay, good. And what about men? Did you have a chance to buy and make some gift for your Tufshin? By the way, it's very good product, so you may buy and make a gift for your wife and beloved one. So Khulan, she went back to Mongolia after studying at energy and environmental affairs at Columbia University. And she worked in the USA and Europe. She was going back to a different world after graduation, to the capital of city of Mongolia, to Ulaanbaatar, which has become the most polluted city in the world when she left it before. So she started a natural beauty brand to not only combat all her health issues, but to build a local economy that would benefit farmers and the local manufacturers. So Khulan featured, if you didn't know, in so many magazines like Forbes, Deutsche Welle Germany, Harper's Bazaar, China Daily, South Morning China Post, Weekly Style USA, NHK World Japan. Applause, please. So Khulan, you're the one who put Mongolia on the map of the beauty industry. So you're the one who decided to build a natural brand in the most polluted city in the world. I know your story, but I think that not most of the CAMCA fellows, they know your story. It sounds very beautiful. Skincare, she featured in all the magazines. She's selling around the world. But I know what kind of journey you passed, how many challenges, difficulties you faced. At the same time, maybe you had some regrets and, of course, joy while you're implementing this project. And my question is that what are the vision and the purpose beyond this project? And nowadays, what Lhamour means for Mongolia.
Thank you so much, Nazira, for this introduction. Hi, everybody. So, as Nazira already mentioned, I did come to Mongolia 10 years ago to actually work for a very different sector, which is the renewable energy sector. But for the first time in my life, I started having allergies because of various reasons. So I came straight from New York to Mongolia, started having allergies for the first time. And it was really strange because Mongolia did not have natural skincare products, but Mongolia has all these natural resources. We are called the land of the blue sky. Amazing resources that you can find literally everywhere that we as Mongolians believe are so basic and normal, but then in the world they're just phenomenal. Yak, like the yak's milk that I was explaining yesterday to a lot of the people, we, for example, use fresh yak's milk from the herders. So that was the initial question. It was just literally, you know, a basic story of starting from the kitchen, trying to solve my own problems, creating natural skincare in the kitchen. But then when I actually launched the brand and when we started doing the business, it turned out that it could be something much more bigger. And something so small like a soap and like a lip balm was actually giving a lot of the young people hope, because Mongolia was heavily focused on mining, large-scale projects. You were considered successful if you work for a very large corporation. But then people saw that, you know, with such a small thing, actually you can create an impact and can create a change. So in the beginning, it was just literally trying to make people's skin healthy. But then along the line, I think it was 2 years after that, Lhamour's vision became very clear, and it hasn't changed ever since. So literally the last 6 years, our vision has become so clear, which is to create a Mongolian brand, you know, known to the world, and through the brand, making people healthy. But not just making people healthy, but also sharing the philosophy of loving yourself, taking care of your own body, loving others. So literally trying to make a social impact and loving the environment, because our production is zero waste. Every raw material becomes an end product, and we do a lot of zero waste projects in Mongolia. And in the meantime, actually, I think the beauty of entrepreneurship really came out because a lot of young people understood that you can, you know, do something so small, but then if that helps somebody else's life, it actually helps solve problems, then it can be something so meaningful. So eventually I think Lhamour has like outgrown me. So now I'm literally sitting here and the company is still running, which I think is amazing, because, you know, any startup that begins, the founder needs to do everything. But then along the line, it becomes a management, it becomes something by itself, and then eventually it becomes a company culture. So I'm very proud that after 8 years, I can literally sit here, talk to you guys, and my company is still running, because they are, like, my whole team is believing in the vision that they are doing something so much greater, which is, first of all, exporting, bringing in dollars. Second of all, you know, changing people's lives. We just got an investor from the US, and my team understands that we are impacting other people's lives. I keep on telling them that with the distribution we have now all around the world, we are selling to Singapore, we're selling to Japan, we're selling to Kuwait. And it means that there is somebody using our products. Maybe they don't remember Lhamour, but then they remember it's a Mongolian product. So I do believe that through entrepreneurship, you can actually do so much more. You can not just, you know, create something so sustainable, but then you can also actually represent your whole country. So I think now what has happened with Lhamour is it's become a representation of the younger people trying to create something modern, trying to create something sustainable, being able to show the world that it's not just about Genghis Khan and what we've done in the past, but it's about actually the young people trying to create a change in this world right now. So I think I'm very happy with how Lhamour is evolving, and hopefully we can conquer now the US. So thank you.
Oh, Khulan. Yeah. So Khulan, who would imagine that Mongolia will start export beauty products? But I remember our discussion in Baku, where it was like 2017, right? 18. She started business at 2014, and she told me the story of how many times she robbed and how many times she got the problems with the folded, and then despite the fact she's moving forward, she doesn't give up. And by the way, my sincere congratulations. Recently she traveled to US where she found an investor, and by the way, I made a notice as a banker that she evaluated her company very less. I would evaluate it 10 times bigger than she made it to that investor. So tell us more about this journey.
Yes, so it has been a crazy journey. Literally 12 days after I registered my company, got into my very first office 8 years ago, we had a robbery in the office. I came in and then nothing was there. And literally my computer was gone with all my formulation and my business plan and everything. 1 year later, we had flooding. I came into the factory and there was water until the knee, and all my salt and my packaging and my nettles were like floating around, stuff like that. But eventually, 8 years later, we found ourselves in Iowa, because we did have somebody who really believes in the products, and he was saying how he thinks that this is the future, because especially with all the digitalization, modernization, industrialization, there's a lot that we still have to connect with nature and go back to our roots and actually take care of our health by using natural products. And especially our skin is our biggest organ, so nowadays our customers have shifted to young beautiful women, to literally everybody, whole families trying to become more natural, more authentic, taking care of their health. So he really believes in that, and I know the valuation is not that much. It should have been more, but to be honest, I think it's a great start, because I think it really also showed Mongolians and a lot of the young people that you can be recognized for something even as small as just creating a lip balm. And it really gave hope to a lot of people that you can be in Mongolia, you don't have to go anywhere else, you can do your work, but you can be recognized by the world. And I think it was just such a beautiful thing to see. So hopefully, I think with our work, it will show the young people that entrepreneurship is a very important thing to do, because first of all, you can be your own boss. Second of all, you can create innovative ways to solve, problems in this world. So I think it's a very important thing. And also it can create a lot of creativity. So with our products, I mean, obviously we have not invented soaps, we're not inventing any kind of body oils, but what we are doing is we're taking the yak's milk from the nomads, we're giving them additional income, and we are creating through that innovative products. We are taking nettle from the countryside, we're giving the people additional income by, selling us the nettle. So I think it's a very sustainable approach, and it also actually affects a lot of the sectors. So it's not just, if you think about it, it's not beauty itself, it's about packaging, it's about the different kind of raw materials that we use. We use more than 60 raw materials, meaning the better Lhamour becomes, 60 different suppliers will have additional income. So I do believe that it's a chain reaction, and hopefully we will remain doing good.
Khulan, you're so tiny and small. I don't know. You're so cute for me as still like a small girl. But I really admire you, because as a business person, I cannot imagine myself in manufacturing or some production. So it's really hard. So and I heard your story that somebody is trying to copy. So maybe also you share about this story.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time. And so we were Mongolia's first natural skincare. Now we have like around 20 brands. And actually one of the girls that used to work in our factory, she left the company and did exactly the same things. But I'm really happy. I'm a person, I'm supporting them actually, because it gives them additional income. So I don't feel bad about it.
How government supports you?
We got an award from the government, but that's it.
Do you expect some support from your government? For example, in my country, we ask, don't disturb our government. But in your case?
I used to have a lot of expectations. I stopped having them, I think, not just from the government, but literally anybody in this world. So now I just try to be my own boss, and we don't expect anything from anybody, to be honest.
Okay, good, great. So thank you very much, Khulan. And later, if you have some questions and we have time, we will ask some questions from you. And my next speaker is Ekaterina Gvelesiani. By the way, she is the best and the close friend of Khulan. They were the same year. And I think you inspire each other, right? And you motivate each other. And you are doing such a great job, so I also want to join. By the way, when Khulan announced the price of 10% of shares for how much she sold, I said, I also want to buy 10%, while it's that kind of evaluation. So Ekaterina, she has very interesting background. So She was actively engaged in the non-governmental sector as a board member of Atlantic Council of Georgia. Also, she was a chairperson of Data Research, Analysis and the Planning Center. So she worked at the National Security Council of Georgia, first as an advisor to the Deputy Secretary and later as the Deputy Director of the Defense and National Security Policy. But now she is a partner and she is owner of Paliani Hotel in Svaneti, Georgia. So it's like a 300-degree shift from non-governmental sector to the business private sector. Yeah. So let's give applause. So Ekaterina, how do you feel to run your own hotel business? And please tell us, what does Paliani mean?
Hello, thank you, Nazira, and thank you everyone for having me here. Well, in my case, it all started with a dream. Since I was a child, I knew that I wanted to have my own hotel. But, well, then I grew up and life happened, and I realized that to have a hotel, you need lots of resources, which I didn't have. So then I went on with my studies. I went abroad. I worked in Germany. And 12 years ago, when I went back to my country, I somehow ended up in the government at the National Security Council. And then what happens, I think for those people who work in the public sector will understand, when you are there and you are a workaholic, somehow this work absorbs you. And you think that you get this sense of self-importance, and you think that without you, the country will collapse. So I was working all the time. I didn't take a single vacation or a day off in 3 years. And I was quite successful. I got promoted very quickly, and this would be like that indefinitely until the government changed, and I got fired. In a very unfair and ugly way, and
maybe it's good that you fired.
Absolutely,
Your own hotel.
And also at that time, yes, my world shattered, and I also got very sick. So I went to see a doctor, and then another doctor, and then another, and this one doctor diagnosed me with some systemic disease which is incurable and which has a very short lifespan, just based on the symptoms, without any tests. But she literally, with tears in her eyes, told me that I only had maybe 3 or 4 years left. And so I had, I of course went to check this test, but because it was such a rare disease in Georgia, they weren't running those tests, so I had to send my results to Germany and wait 3 weeks before I got my results back. And in those 3 weeks, I came to this acceptance stage of grief, where I only thought about how I'm going to tell everyone that this is what's happening. But then after 3 weeks, I got the negative results, and I realized that I'm reborn. And that's when I realized that even though it was a horrible experience that no one should go through, it gave me this understanding that if you do not follow your dream, and if you do not do it right now, you might never do it, because it might be too late. Like if you do it 2 years later, or when you retire, or when you have free time, it might never happen. So right now is the only time where you should make your dreams come true. And that's when I started working on my hotel project. I came up with the architectural plan and the business plan, and after what I had been through, I thought that the happy ending would be I would go to the bank with my business plan, which looked really nice, and they would give me a loan, and I would finally do it. It did not work. I failed miserably. The bank laughed at me because it was a startup, and obviously without any business portfolio, they would not finance such a big project. But I didn't give up. I found some alternative sources, some other investor who agreed to invest partially my project, and this is how I made the construction of the building. Once it was done, I went back to the bank for a loan, and this time they gave it to me. So I finished the interior and the furniture and everything, and I thought that finally it's done, and then the pandemic started. So yes, and the tourism became non-existent. So I had to wait another year and a half before the opening. And initially I thought I would give the management to a management company and they would run it and I would just relax. Well, that didn't work either because first I did it like that, and then a few months later I realized that the management company could not even manage to find enough personnel. And then I went there and observed, and I realized what the problem was.
Now we are talking about 18-room boutique hotel.
Yes. Yes, you can see the video there.
Yeah.
So population, people in Svaneti, locals, they are very full of pride and love of freedom, and a company which was not local just could not realize how to address them in a way that they would feel engaged.
You bought this hotel or you rent it?
No, I wanted to give it to the management company.
No, but the hotel, you bought it, right? It belongs to you.
Yes, of course, it belongs to me. I constructed it.
Yeah.
So I took it back from the management company, and now I'm running it myself. I have a team of 15 amazing, young, talented people, locals, because I also came to realize that if you want to build a sustainable business and if you want to be successful, you should also think about the community, about the environment. It's not, just your profit. If you do not improve the way, the standard of living of the community, then they will never feel like they want to work with you or they want to visit you. So now I have 15 team members. The restaurant has already become, we opened in January, and the restaurant has already become the locals' most popular place of hanging out. The hotel still has very low occupancy levels because it needs a lot of promotion and a lot of resources. So that's why I would really appreciate if you guys would use your social media and post about it. Other than that, yes, it's not easy because I'm traveling between Tbilisi and Mestia.
How long does it take from Tbilisi to travel? You travel by bus or by plane?
7-hour drive, or you can fly. It's just 45 minutes by
And what's
plane.
the population of it's Svaneti, but Paliani hotel in Mestia?
In Mestia. Mestia is the town, the central town in Svaneti. And
what's the population?
I don't know exactly. It's not like it's, I think, under 90,000. Yes, it was an interesting transition. I followed my dream, and I think that was the best thing that I did in my life. So I'm really thankful first to this government change that motivated me, and also to that non-professional doctor.
Ekaterina, do you feel that you need a mentor? For example, in the CAMCA region, we have so many founders and the CEO and managers or top managers. Do you feel that you need a mentor who will guide you, who will help you to, for example, to help how to get the money, where to find the long-term cheapest resources, how to promote your the hotel? Do you think that you need?
That would not be bad.
Take into consideration, please.
I also realized that I needed to deepen my hotel management knowledge. That's why I also took an MBA from EHL, École Hôtelière de Lausanne, which is #1 hospitality management school. So I always try to deepen my knowledge. I always try to ask for advice. And yes, if there are some mentors interested to mentor me, I would be thrilled. Thank you.
Also, what does mean Paliani?
Paliani is the surname of my grandfather. I inherited the land from my grandfather. I think he knew already when I was very little that I would finally achieve that dream of mine and I would build it. So that's why he left the property to me, not the other grandkids that he had.
The other member of your family, do they participate in your family business?
No, unfortunately not, because my mother, she's a diplomat, she's always away, and I don't have any siblings, so it's just me. But it's nice, nobody gets to tell me what to do.
So, Ekaterina, again, I really admire you. You are such a gentle, sometimes I think I also need this kind of a gentleness.
Oh,
so, but I think that some skills that you gain from the National Council of Defense somehow helps you to build up this business, to defend your business, to promote your business, and to overcome all of these challenges.
Yes, I think that helped me when, like, first time when I went to the bank and they literally laughed at me, I did not get discouraged. I just thought that, oh my God, these people are so silly to miss such a great opportunity. And then yeah, I ended up being right. So yes, of course, my past experience also in this public work that I had, it helps a lot.
So this is like your baby project, right? It's like how many years existing? Like
we opened in January, but it took me 3.5 years to construct, and then 1.5 years before the pandemic ended. So.
And where do you see yourself, and what are your plans after 5 years?
I already want to extend because I have some other lands in the same region and also just next to my hotel. So I want to build another building to have more rooms. And in 5 years, I don't know, maybe a third hotel. I don't know. We'll see.
So, you know, Ekaterina, you're really doing an amazing job. Maybe you don't know why, because you are investing money in the region. And I know that it's very hard without the support of the government. You don't have any cheap and long-term resources. And you said your story about the bank. But I really wish you good luck. And you always know that what you are doing is amazing. And please, even I myself, ready to participate and mentor you and help to bring more courage to promote your business.
Thank you very much, Nazira.
So let's give applause. So let me introduce you our next speaker. He is my friend, my close friend, fellow from Kyrgyzstan. He is a social entrepreneur. He is a serial entrepreneur, founder and the CEO of eco-friendly and inclusive business Hotel Bridges. And let me tell you, also he is a founder and the owner of the social enterprise Bishkek Furniture, which produced furniture. So a little bit background of Mirbeck, which is again very interesting. So Mirbeck, he was a founder and the leader of the political party for barrier-free life. By the way, I was one of the sponsors of that political party, believing to the future of the Kyrgyzstan. And later he was a co-founder and the chairman of the Liberal Political Party Reforma, which is one of the nowadays leading among the young generation. He founded a public association, Movement of Disabled Youth of Kyrgyzstan. And this organization successfully advocated for legislation to be adopted to help disabled people and played a leading role in ratifying the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities in Kyrgyzstan. So Mirbeck, he spent a lot of time and efforts to advocate disabled people in our country. And here is his story. For me personally, he's a role model. And Mirbeck, from where everything started, why it started, and then I will ask you another question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Nazira. First of all, I am so happy to be part of big CAMCA family, not just because of the best receptions that we have in the CAMCA forum, also to be part with so smart guys in our region. And I'm not alone here. I brought future Ramsay Fellow that we should consider that my son. And after that story that happened in my life, I started my career in the civic movement. I established the organization which protecting the rights of people with disabilities in Kyrgyzstan. And it was able to lobby and develop very significant laws. And we achieved the ratification of the Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities. And we were demanding from private sector, from government, to create more employment opportunities. But at that time, I didn't realize how hard it is, because now I'm in private sector, I'm an entrepreneur, I understand. And then I became that chairperson of Bishkek Business Council, and it was the different sides of that issue. And I experimented the small company of producing manufacture, and we attracted young people with disabilities, amputees. And after the long competing, it became one of the largest players in the market. And all of a sudden, I was invited to take part at seminar at American University in Central Asia. And then I firstly heard about the social entrepreneurship, and I loved it. And I identified myself not just a business person, but also as a social entrepreneur. And then I brought together my friends, like-minded people, and we established the Association of Social Entrepreneurs. And we managed to prepare more than 3,000 young fellows. And for example, one of them, our fellow is a leader of social business in Kazakhstan, Emin Askerov. He graduated from our school. And more than 200 startups we financed, and about 100 are still alive. And we are proud of that. And social entrepreneurship, that we see that a lot of challenges, social problems in our country, and we have the different kind of approaches. We know that government has their own responsibility to solve them. And we know that NGOs and charitable organizations, the charity approach, and that there is a social entrepreneurship when they don't give fish. Even it's not about giving the fishing pole. It is giving. It's all about giving the beliefs that you can change your life, and all in your hands. And we forced the Minister of Social Development and Labor to accept this concept within the government social orders. And every year they allocate millions of sums for this direction. It is that shifting from charity to that social entrepreneurship. It is different approach, and it's much more sustainable. It was my part of that social entrepreneurship.
And then it brings you to build up eco-friendly and inclusive business hotel bridges, which is now, by the way, one of the popular place in the city.
So
maybe also you'll share about this
2017.
It's not only hotel; it's inclusive business hotel.
2017, I constructed the hotel Bridges Bishkek, and we became a president of the year because of our because we used innovative green technologies. All hot water system is based on solar energy. We installed the roof, the solar panels. We brought it from Czech Republic. And we recycle all the paper, plastic, and we use multifunctional glasses on the rooms. It is, and at the same time, it is inclusive. And all that facility is fully accessible for guests with disabilities. Unfortunately, it is that in our country it is still new, but should be. It is human rights. We should follow them. And,
did you have any problems like Ekaterina with banks? I can solve that problem. For some reason,
no.
you have some problems.
Not yet. Yeah, we returned all the loans, but now we need new. We're gonna construct a new one in the East region.
Where did you get your money?
It was.
You take loan or
yeah, it was
your own money?
three sources of finance. The first one is mine, what I saved for. And the second is loan from bank, and from Czech Export Bank, the second one. And the third one was the private debt. And
I remember when Mirbeck called to me and said, wow, I'm surprised you have such a nice bank with inclusive conditions. And I visited, and that was a very good compliment to me. And by the way, we are neighbors. And still, are you the client?
Yeah, of course.
And nobody make fun of you?
No, you mean the bank?
Yeah, bank.
Yeah, I'm client of your bank. Yeah.
I know, yes. And yes, I'm saying the story of Ekaterina, nobody make fun of you?
No, that's okay. Yeah, we are very sustainable, profitable, and I'm so happy.
You're my good client.
Yeah, of course. And we should talk about the next one.
About decreasing the percentage for loan.
It's growing. That interest rate at the moment is growing because of that war that we have, we face now.
What's the occupancy in your hotel?
It's about 60%.
Okay, and what's the return of investments?
It's yes, 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah, 6 years.
And by the way, any CAMCA fellows who want to invest, or just you see how many projects now we have, and it's also part of my job to promote them. So good, great, yeah.
Will you invest in the second building now?
We will see. I was now considering about Khulan. Okay. Thank you, Mirbeck. And later, if we have time, we will ask some questions. So, our next speaker, Ruslan Akturin. He is not a CAMCA fellow, but he is our guest. And you guess what else? What role he plays? Yes, he is our sponsor. So Ruslan, he sponsored this event, so thank you very much for sponsoring us, for supporting our event. And Ruslan, he's participating at this forum first time, and he feels a little shy. Why? Because he said that, you know, guys, you talk about geopolitical stuff, you talk about such a very, very intellectual stuff, and mine is about food, is about agriculture. I really feel shy. I said, no, don't worry, we will talk about geopolitics, but anyway, we eat food after that. So he wants to share, and he wants to make a presentation about very interesting 3 agriculture products. But Ruslan Akturin, he is a co-founder and the general manager of AZCHEMCO. AZCHEMCO, right?
Yes.
Yeah, not AZCHEMCO. AZCHEMCO.
No, AZCHEMCO, chemical company.
Yeah, AZCHEMCO LCC. Prior to his current position, he was head of representative office of Switzerland Caspian Container Company. You're still?
I'm still head of representative.
You're still head, yes, sorry. So, and then he was a director of Azerbaijan logistics company, Caspian EPS company.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, then you're our sponsor, so you're a big guy. Don't be shy, and the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Nazira. Hi, guys. Nice to meet you. This is my first time at Forum. I never had presentation before, so I don't have very good English, but I think you will understand me. Thank you. So, AZCHEMCO company is a new company based in Azerbaijan. We have one facility. It produces NPK fertilizers. Who doesn't know, it's complex fertilizers. It's for agriculture. Why we did it, I will explain. So in Azerbaijan, we have oil, we have gas, we have agriculture, good climate, but we don't have fertilizers. Only one producer of fertilizers in Azerbaijan is Sokar carbamide plant, but carbamide is not the same as what we produce. We produce complex water-soluble fertilizers. It's better in nowadays because of climate change. You have to use less water, and you have to do something to grow food. Because yes, everything you can speak about geopolitics, you can speak about politics, you can speak about everything you want, but when you are out of the room, you want to eat. If you want to eat, you have to grow the food. So we are an eco-friendly company, and today I want to present you our main three products. It's about ecology. The first one, let me show you. This slide, this is from Economist. Maybe you saw last month in May, they published material about Ukraine invading by Russia and about climate change. And one of the biggest climate change problems is salinity of the soil. So we have our own solution to this. This product, Drip Drop 369. We had also a presentation at Dubai Expo this year at Azerbaijan Pavilion and presented it there. So what is Drip Drop? Drip Drop is our solution for saline soil types. It normalizes pH level of the soil and reduces salinity. So you can cultivate it, give it fertilizers, and you can grow something there. So I will show you at the next slide. If you see, we put our under-soil irrigation systems at 35 centimeters under the soil. This is our method. And first we use Drip Drop mixed with water. It opens ways for seeds. And then we can give fertilizers by the same channel. And this is one-time investigation for 10 years, 15 years. So our next product, this is results. You can check it if you will scan our QR code. So our next product is A3 Energy. What is it? I told before, Azerbaijan is oil country. And if you have oil in your country, you also have oil sludge. So in Azerbaijan, it's one of the problems for me. And what we thought about our product. It separates fractions of oil sludge to three fractions. First is oil product, doesn't matter what it would be. Second is water, and third is soil. But it's very toxic, you can't use it, I mean soil. So we began to produce Drip Drop 369P. It helps to clean this soil, make it more cultivable, and you can use it as fertilizer, organic fertilizer, and grow something. So I just wanted to present all these three products because in world we have NPK fertilizer, NPK water-soluble fertilizer producers, but we don't have producers who can produce these three types of products. Thank you.
Thank you. Ruslan, actually, you are raising very important topic is about food security, and I asked in advance Ruslan what's his interest. So he's interested in our region, in CAMCA region. And please, if someone in agriculture sector, keep in touch with Ruslan. So again, thank you, Ruslan.
Thank you.
By the way, you're a very good speaker.
Thank you so much.
Good job. And Ruslan, I suppose that you are our future CAMCA fellow. Yes, I think so. Yeah.
About it after this meeting.
Good. So, and my last speaker, Sardor Mukhamedaliev. So, Sardor, he is entrepreneur, founder of Biz Network and the 5 AM Club, global business networker, international speaker, business consultant, mastermind facilitator. And in order to prove it and to know it, for 2 days, as you notice, I wake up at 5 o'clock. Why? Because he said that if I wake up 5 o'clock, I become legendary person. So we will see. So Sardor, I asked Sardor not only talk about his background, we already understand. And by the way, when I visited Davos Forum, I got so many name cards, networker. So I thought that I'm a networker and another networker sitting there. So I asked to show us some masterclass to show that he is real facilitator, moderator, networker. So just floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. It's a great honor to be here. As a third time as a speaker, 2 times I've been as a guest speaker. Now I'm honorably the fellow of CAMCA. And you are my hero because you are 2 days waking up at 5 a.m. Okay, let's do it a little bit interactive because we are sitting a long time maybe. And let's fresh and do it interactive. So I would ask you to just stand up, please. Everyone, just stand up. Get stand up, stand up, stand up. Okay, okay. Everyone stand up, please. Okay, great. And just look at each other and make a compliment without saying any word. Just look it around. Make a compliment, yes, to each other. Such a beautiful people here in the room. No, not saying, not touching, just with your eyes, with your some. Just give a compliment. Great. So, thank you so much. So we've been doing, because CAMCA is a great network, and the 3 days we are doing network, tomorrow will be network. I love the networking because we can do 24/7 networking, and I'm so inspired with this CAMCA network. So we will do some short exercise. Just be a pair, the person you don't know or the person you know, but you want to connect deeper, okay? Just check. Let's do it men, women. Okay. Just get your pair in the room. Yes, you can come to anyone. Yes. No, not talking. Just pair. Yeah. Everyone should have a pair. Yeah, please. Not touching. Yeah. We have a time for touch.
Don't touch Khulan.
Okay. Okay. Everyone should have their pair, and most probably you should not know this person. Probably. Yeah. Okay. Everyone has a pair. You know each other. You have to change. You have to change.
Let's quick.
Yeah. Let's do it.
quick.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Come on, guys. Come on.
Okay, you have.
Yeah, everyone has a pair.
You're a pair.
Yeah, you are one pair. Okay.
What about
Sarhan, who's
you?
your pair? No, take your pair. Okay.
There's some girls waiting for you guys. Bucket.
From Azerbaijan. So
Yeah, of course.
Some girls, please.
Everybody's at work. Okay,
Bucket.
everyone has a pair right
boy
now.
And girl. Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who does not have a pair? Everyone has. Who's pairless? Yes. Okay, great. Now is the task. Okay, ladies, gentlemen, please. I need you 1 minute, please. The task is like this. This is 1 minute. You will say, for example, Fuat will say about your goals till the end of the year, what you're gonna achieve. 1 minute. She listens. And after that, you can tell how you can be helpful. This is a maximum 1 minute, 2 minutes that we give the value to each other. And then we change. You say your plans to the end of this year, he listens and he can tell you how he can be helpful. Ready? Let's go.
Let's start. Давай, говори. Твои планы на 1 год. My advice, да, тебе получается? Ой, my advice, я думаю, что слишком много планов для 1 года.
These two gentlemen, please.
В течение года, то есть дизайн, строительство.
Please, everyone is, with him, please. Stand up, please. Yes. Icebreaker, yeah. Just a 1 minute. You have your 30 seconds. Great, 1 minute gone, and another person is selling how she can or he can be helpful to achieve your goals. Please, you have 1 minute. Very good, and you can change then. Yeah, it can be any help, the connecting, the advices, real help. Okay, your last 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds, yeah. Then we finish. Good. Last 10 seconds. Last 5 seconds. Okay, great job. Ladies and gentlemen, very good. Let's applaud each other. You can handshake if you like your partner, and you can give a hug if you like. Yeah, give your energy. Very good. And please take your seats.
Wow, that's great. Finally, we're networking, huh, guys? Finally, we introduce each other.
Yeah, very good,
Wow,
very good.
Such a
Yeah, please,
good
ladies
time.
and gentlemen, we have the time for the networking. Yeah, it's beautiful. People start talking, giving the value maximum.
Mirbeck. Oi, sorry. Again. Okay.
Great. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. It was a great small networking session, and I'm sure you'll get connected with the new people, tell them what they're going to achieve, how they can be helpful. And I'm a founder of a biz network. So there are a lot of dots globally. What we are doing is we're serving and connecting global dots. So we have more than 10,000 C-level executives globally, and we are serving them. Mainly our services are management consulting. We are doing B2B, B2G matchmaking for the businesses, both for the business and the government level. So we are helping to recruit the best talent, mainly in executive search. We are helping making the relations with the government. Also the assisting to the trade, because most people want to go to the new markets, but they don't know how to get the new partner or how to get an export or how to get the funds. So we are assisting on it. And we are helping to promote on external PR. We are helping fundraising on the tech companies, and we have also direction on the investment migration and the investment brokerage. And we are doing a lot of business events in different countries. So this is a geography of our activities. Mainly this is the CIS countries, GCC countries, US, Turkey, and Pakistan. So we are at your service if you need any help on our services. We'll be more than happy to serve you.
Just one comment.
Yep.
Ukraine is not in CIS.
Which one?
Georgia and Ukraine is not in CIS.
Okay, we will update the slide, yes. Thank you, Sarhan. Yeah, so now we'll be networking. And I would like to share with you my personal networking tools. Maybe for some of you will be helpful. Who heard about the networking funnel? Just raise your hand. Okay, good, Sarhan. Very good, good networking guy. So, and in all your network, there are some strangers, right? For example, especially in social media. So someone is following you, watching you, no comments, no likes, but there are some strangers,
And they
right?
know everything about you.
Yeah, and they know everything. So who are these strangers, and what is your networking priority? So you can identify and what you want to do with them. And after that, there is another funnel, is a contact. You know the person, but you did not get in touch with them. So they are your contacts. You have after that the connections that, for example, today you connected, or in online you connected, already talked, right? And these all you can identify by auditing your network. Who did audit your network? Did anyone has audited your networks?
You did.
I did, yes. Okay, if no, just take a time. It will take time, maybe 1 day or 2 days based on how broad is your network. Just make it audit.
And they turn to the sanction expert.
Yes. And you'll be amazed what kind of great people are on your network, and that can be helpful to achieve your both personal and the business goals. And after that, you have some relation with your network. It can be friends, it can be the partners, it can be other connections, or it can be your sport guys or activities. And there is another funnel is a partner, that the partner can be life partner or the business partner that with whom you deal the business. And then in the funnel is the friends, the close friends, and the family. So it can be different based on your priority, these funnels, and you can manage. Do you want to bring these contacts, connections to the friends or the partners, or you don't want it, or you want to unfriend? Because in our network, there are some people we don't want to be with them, so you can disconnect from them. So it's very important to well manage your network. Yes, you want to ask a question?
No, just a comment.
Yeah.
Very often it happens that you want to bring the stranger right into the family.
Yes, it's possible. Yes, but you have to identify. Yes, first you have to connect with them, strangers. Yeah, you connect, you make some connections, then after that relationship, then this can be your family. Yeah, that's good. So, recommendations, just audit your network, identify your priorities. Your priority is just hanging over, want to do business, or want to have a life partner. Make networking list. Who has a networking list? I mean, the people with whom you want to meet. I think most of you have, right? Very good, very good. This is a very important topic. If you do not did, just list the network, the people with whom you want to connect. And check your network, who can introduce you with these people. Because if you are going to the new people that you don't know, with introduction, it's very good, yeah. And systemize and grow your network. Shortly about 5 a.m. Club, where our moderator who are supporting and the 5 a.m. doing. So I'm a founder of AZCHEMCO 5 a.m. club, waking up more than 5 years without alarm 5 a.m. And I founded the club in more than 20 countries. Mainly, these are the business owners, founders, and top managers. We do a lot of activities, online, offline, different parts of the world. Invite very beautiful, interesting speakers doing business and social and sports activities. And welcome to join. And tomorrow we are organizing also the breakfast in a hotel, 8 a.m. Feel free to join our network. And it's great to see our members who joined to this forum from the AZCHEMCO 5 a.m. club. It's a great honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So thank you, Sardor, for this motivation run that we did within the 2 days. And thank you for all my friends and the CAMCA fellows. Actually, you are the best role model representing our CAMCA fellows, because now our guests, they knew about the CAMCA, about our backgrounds, and I wish you good luck. I know that you can do it, and we are looking forward to hear about new projects in the future. So let's give applause. Thank you.